The Mitsos reverse inflation technique, sometimes known as A's and C's, or A's and rear risers, is my favorite and preferred method of inflating the wing. Before we get into the mechanics of how to hold the risers, how to sort the lines and things like that, I thought I'd start by looking at a short clip of a recent application of the Mitsos launch inflation technique. Start the inflation with a gentle pull on the A's and be ready to check it with the C's. As soon as the wing is stable overhead, don't waste time kiting it if you're going to fly. Turn and go. Another day at MagRem, this time on my Geo6 with conditions much stronger, about 15 to 18. As I bring the wing up, I'm a little bit too heavy on the C's and it hangs back. So I correct that by running under it, releasing the pressure on the C's, let the wing fly, a bit of steering. It's easier to steer with the Geo because there's no C or B bridge on the rear risers. Get it stable. Man, I got out here too late and there's no wind. Well, at least we'll be able to show the correct method of holding the risers, even if there's not enough wind to bring the wing up. Some of y'all leave your risers hooked into your harness all the time, which is fine. I switch wings a lot, so I always have to hook in. I always make sure the A's are up. I already made sure a few days ago that we don't have any other lines through. I turn to the left, so we make sure the pulleys are up. Rotate 1/2 revolution to the left. If you turn to the right, you'll do everything opposite. I turn to the left, so I want to make sure that always this right side riser is passing underneath. As always, check your brakes. It's always the first step. Clear the toggles. Clear the toggles. Flip the right side riser underneath the left and grab a hold of this inner A. Pull the toggle up a little bit so that this brake line isn't too long, minimizing the extra travel it's going to have to do because it goes all the way across the riser group before it then goes over to that side of the wing, which is my right. It's actually the left side of the wing when it's flying. Next step, you want to see how this is kind of upside down. You want to have the A's up on both sides, so you give it a rotation. There's the inner A's. Stack them neatly. I like to hold it right here. Other people might hold it above the malleons or below. Right there is good for me. So now you've got these 4 lines on the top. For your C hand, I like to put my index finger and the second finger right through this brake pulley point. With these skinny brake pulley attach points on the Geo6, it doesn't really help your grip, but it's just a place for reference, and the snap should be up. Duplicate it on this side, snaps up through there. So at this point you're ready to go. Steering can be accomplished like this. You have pitch control like that, and there's not enough wind to even build a wall. The scissors style steering works much better with riser sets that don't have a C to B bridge. Like pretty much all ozone riser sets don't have it. Gentle steering is possible by scissoring. If it starts to overshoot, you can get on the C's. If you need to bring it up more, you get on the A's. Now, if you were going to fly, you wouldn't kite it at this point. After you get it stable, you'd go to the brakes carefully and then turn. I want just a little bit more wind before I do that. Go to the brakes, turn, drive. And run, maybe I can fly. Maybe I can fly. This Geo is such a nice little low B wing. Easy to fly, easy to launch, light, forgiving. It's good for tight launches. But any of y'all that want to learn it, you should be able to kite indefinitely without ever touching the brakes. This is what Hadley had all of his students do before he took us up into the mountains. Infinite amounts of kiting with A's and C's only. And after you've done it a while, the back and forth scissoring just kind of becomes second nature and automatic. And of course you still have to move underneath the low side. I'll end this tutorial with another example of why A's and C's is essential for strong, plucky conditions. This is Mitsos Ridge. As the wing comes up overhead, it goes into the main venturi over launch, and I would have been plucked for sure at this point if I had been on the brakes. As it is, I'm able to stay on the ground. Notice as soon as I let go of the risers and go to the brakes, even the slight amount of brakes that I've pulled lifts me off the ground. So I'm actually flying here, facing backwards. The Geo is wonderfully stable, so basically I do nothing and just wait until I unwind and face forward, and then I get to fly away. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe.